Hello, welcome back. How's everyone doing? I'm doing good. Zane, also known as Mite, back at it again with some more Yawgmoth gameplay. Just wanted to give a quick deck tech, a little update. So switched from three halfling to four. I've been testing out Delight Halfling a lot in paper. It's been really good. The 1-2 has been extremely relevant, especially with the uptick in Bowmasters. And run 6 decks. I would like to test more with Orcish Bowmasters, but online they are still extremely hard to get. Same with the One Ring, I can't get any of those yet, so we're still on the one. I would have liked to test 2 today. I would have cut down on a Strangleroot, guys, go up to 2 Orcish Bowmasters, 2 Strangleroot, and test, kind of try that out. Keeping the Eldritch in, because I still can't access the One Ring. But I'm thinking, a lot of other people are thinking this too, that the One Ring is going to get banned, especially after the Pro Tour. So I don't want to buy into the One Ring just yet. If it's still unbanned by the time fall rolls around and they do the whole banning cycle, if the One Ring is still legal in Modern, I will be switching to it in paper and trying it out. But for right now, I'm just gonna roll with this because this is all I can test right now. But on the sideboard, I made a few adjustments. So I took out pile on, and I also took out engineered explosives because of the downtick in creativity. So I went up on, I put scavenging ooze back. I think it was already there last time because of the uptick in living index. And then I'm also trying out some old tech, putting Turok back in the sideboard. Turok was a card that I used a lot in Yawgmoth decks, or I used a lot in Yawgmoth when Leyline Binding was printed, and Turok really hosed those decks. And now we got all these 4-color decks running around thinking they own the place because they got the One Ring, and everyone's just like, ooh, Leyline Binding, Prismatic Ending, blah, 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 Solitude. Gotta bust out Turok again. I'm gonna give him the run through, see how he does. But yeah, I just wanted to record some more Yawg League content, give you guys some more gameplay and commentary. So we'll jump right in, and I'll see you in a bit. Hello, welcome back. Just got into our first game. Let's see, we lost the die roll. Of course, we're gonna be on the draw. Ooh. So they're playing first. They don't reveal a companion. So this hand is a little bit slow. But I think it's totally, they're mulling to 6. Okay, so if they're mulling to 6, I think I'm gonna keep this. If they kept 7, I probably would mull this because it's just a bit too slow. But if they're mulling down to 6, I think we're fine to keep this. Test it out, see how it goes. Don't know what they're on. They're mulling to 6. Tron has been very popular. It's possible that they could be on Tron. Let's see. Wooded Foothills. Okay. Cracking immediately. Stomping Ground. The Lighthouse. Okay, so this looks like a 4-color deck. So they are going to start off with the Delighted Halfling, and we'll just return the same. Okay, a land is what we don't want to see, but we will just play out ours, pass it back to them. There's nothing we can do, so we will just yield. If they go turn 3 to Fairy, it's going to kind of suck here, but it is what it is. Or turn 2 to Fairy. Delighted Halfling has been just so good. Obviously the mana not tapping for green for non-legendary things, or just not colored for anything, is a bit awkward because you have hands where you'll have like a Young Wolf and a Strangleroot Geist, and you can't really play both of them out. But still okay. All right, so they're going 3 mana, Seasoned Pyromancer. Okay, so this looks like a Jund build with Delighted Halfling, and they discard 2 lands. So they got some, discarded some sauce. Let's see, not land. Oh, we had it. We had it the whole time. Don't even worry about it. All right, so we are going to play out our uncounterable grist. You know, when you keep a hand like this, you're just always gonna have it. You're just always gonna draw into it. It's totally fine. We're just gonna plus, get a land out of there. We don't want it, and we'll pass it back to them. Let's see what they do. Hopefully they don't have any elementals. If they have like a Fury Undying effect, that would be awful. Play a land. If they go to combat, that's fine. Bringing both at Grist. We will just block to save damage, and we'll yield. Hopefully they don't have a Lightning Bolt, though they probably do, because they're a Jund deck. They're cracking a Lance, so they have another spell. Tarmogoyf. Okay, so this does look like classic, just Jund stuff. Ah! Okay. It's a little annoying, but it's fine. Non-land. Okay, so we've drawn 3 lands. So they have 1 card in hand. We could just run out Yawgmoth here. Or we could hold up Chord. And we can do like a little Chord. Alright, so they have 1 card in hand. I don't know what it is. I kind of want to play a fetch, and then hold up the fetch for Dryad Arbor, and then Chord end of turn for a Yawgmoth, and then play Yawgmoth. Kind of like that, instead of just running out the Yawgmoth, and if they have a kill spell, then it's just really bad. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna, well, we'll take 4 from the Tarmogoyf. We'll take 6, actually. We'll just take 6. It's fine. See what they do here. If they do have removal for a halfling, it's gonna be kind of awkward. Okay, they drew another land. It's good for us. They're gonna go to combat. They're not attacking, which is really strange. So end of turn, we'll just fetch. They have 1 card in hand. So they have like holding up Fatal Push or something. We'll get Dryad Arbor. And even if they kill Dryad Arbor, it's fine because we'll just slam a land next turn anyways. We'll just Chord here. Chord. Red mana. Bolt. Okay. Sure. It's great for us. We'll just play out Yawgmoth. Go to our turn. Let's see what we draw. Another Chord. That's really good. We'll just play out the Peat land here, and then play out Yawgmoth. And they got nothing left in hand, so we will just simply pass the turn to them. Another Chord was an excellent pickup. I don't want to kill anything here on the off chance that they drew a Blood Artist or a Fatal Push. We will just simply block the Tarmogoyf. We will activate Yawgmoth. We'll just bring the Tarmogoyf down a little bit. Always yield. And always yield. Seiju, okay, another land, epic. Gonna pass it back to us, that's great. Woo! You love to see it. I mean, we could just kill them, but the off chance that they drew something, I think it's still fine. Yeah, so let's just run out Beseiju. Let's play Strangleroot Geist. And then we can Chord. Chord like that. Nice. And we get there. Begin sideboarding. They said something in the chat, but I did not see. Alright, let's go to Jund. So it looks like just Jund with Mana Dorks, which is pretty cool. Um, Classic Jund can be a little bit hard. We didn't see any. Now we didn't see any sagas from them. Usually against Jund they'll play Urza Saga for value and other things like that. Um, I'm going to assume that's what they're doing here. So just because we didn't see a game one doesn't mean that they don't have it. And I'm assuming they're going to be bringing in Artifact Hate anyway. So let's just bring in the Haywire Mite. Let's bring in good old Scavenging Ooze. Good old Scavenging Ooze. We'll bring in just one Endurance to mess with their Tarmogoyfs. And we could bring in one. Yeah, let's bring in one Force. We could also. Oh, I don't. If you do have Veil of Summer, you obviously bring in Veil of Summer here. Veil. I love Veil of Summer, but there's just like so many. There's so many sideboard cards. I think that I'm testing out. You know, it's. I wish I could make the space for one more. There's a. I probably could, but I don't know. I'm just running with this for right now. I think I might want to have Veil back in the sideboard. So for this matchup, they have a lot of Fatal Pushes, a lot of Lightning Bolts. So here we're just going to cut Ignoble Hierarch because they're not going to be living anytime soon. And then we will cut one Eldritch Evolution. Just because they're pretty removal heavy, and if they have Graveyard Hate in, it makes our Eldritches a little bit worse. So let's see, let's just run it back like this. See how it goes. They said something in the chat. I don't know if it's gonna shoot. Oh, they said oops. I don't know what the oops was for. So a hand like this is quite resilient to removal. They're starting with 7 cards in hand. I think we'll keep this. We have a cord, we have an Eldritch. We just need to draw a 2-drop to make the Eldritch worth it. I think it's fine. And there's a 2-drop, perfect. So we'll just play out a Young Wolf here and we'll pass it back to them. Obviously, you really don't want to have a hand with like your one-ofs starting, besides from like Prosperous Innkeeper. Like you never want to see Hapatra or Blood Artist or Dryad Arbor in your starting hand. But I think this hand, even with the Blood Artist in our starting hand, I think it's fine. Since we have a cord, we have an Eldritch, we have 2 Young Wolves for their removal. I think it's okay. And the next turn we can go. I think next turn we just play out the Innkeeper. We don't, and we just save the treasure. Okay, so they drew Halfling because they would have played that turn 1 if they didn't. Playing a tap land. Okay. So that means our Innkeeper is living, at least for a turn. Yawgmoth is excellent. Yeah, so drawing the Yawgmoth here, I'm just going to fetch Shock, I think. Yeah. I need. So, especially in decks that are more heavy on Bowmaster, you really want to have green mana for your lands, for your Court of Callings, because it just makes your, with the Orcish Bowmasters, it makes your Court of Callings a lot more awkward, because sometimes you don't have the green with the Bowmasters anymore. So I like to be, because we're only playing one Bowmaster, but I like to be getting the green lands as often as I can, even though we do have to take damage for it. There's an argument to, what are they doing here? Legendary? A 4-mana legendary spell? Ah, the one. Of course the One Ring. They have protection from everything. Now people... Let me think here for a second. Land? Scavenging Ooze. I think here we'll just play... So, a lot of Yawgmoth players are switching off of Blood Artist for this exact scenario. They're like, oh, I can't play Blood Artist anymore because the One Ring, it gives them protection for a turn. It's not that big a deal. Just kill them on their upkeep the next turn. The likelihood of them having an answer for Blood Artist is just... I think it's a little silly. I'm not cutting Blood Artist. Blood Artist just gives you so much more game against a lot more decks in the meta. Like, Burn, Prowess, like all the matchups where you care about your opponent's creatures actually dying is extremely relevant, and I would not be putting Zulaport in just because they get a 1-turn protection, basically. Okay, so we didn't draw a land here, and I don't want to use my treasure token, so I think I'm just going to play a Young Wolf, and we're going to hold up Court of Calling. And then, of course, there's no reason to attack here because they have protection from everything. And then we can just decide what to do with our court. If we want to do it for 1, if we want to if we want to use the treasure and do it for 2, if we need to. Let's see. I draw 2 more cards. One ring is really good. They're fetching, which makes me think that they have a Fury. 5 mana spell. Red. Red, yep. It looks like Fury's coming out. Which is fine. Fury. Deal 1 to our whole board. That's fine. So in response, we're just gonna chord here. We're just gonna chord for 1. We'll just get a Delighted Halfling, and we'll pass it back to them. So next turn we can resolve Yawgmoth. We can't necessarily win. Because we have the Blood Artist in our hand. But at least we can get Yawgmoth out. Land here would be great. Or another Yawgmoth is also fine. Let's see. So let's just cast Yawgmoth. So we can't win this turn. We're just gonna do this right now so we don't give them a window to kill our young wolf. I'm gonna try and see if we can... Oh, that was a big mistake on my part. I meant to target the other young wolf. Ugh, okay. Yeah, oh man, that was a big misclick on my end. Did not mean to do that. We'll just pass it back to them. Yeah, I meant to target the other young wolf. I just wanted to draw until I hit another land, but it's oh well. So hopefully they don't have another Fury here. Drawing 3 more cards. Ugh. 1 ring is really good. They most definitely have another Fury. I would assume so. They are taking a lot of damage from the 1 ring though. Opponent is thinking what to do with their full grip of 10 cards, which is understandable because a lot of options. So if they go for another Fury here and kill Yawgmoth, I think I will just have to sacrifice one of my young wolves because of my misclick. But it's okay. Fetching again, which makes me think that they have another Fury. They probably just don't want to tap their halfling. They're dealing a lot of damage to themselves though. If they have like a Thoughtseize or something, I'll just let them Thoughtseize. Black, red, terminate. Black, red, green. Riveteer's Charm. Okay. Jund players. Just gonna do this. Sacrifices a planeswalker with the highest mana value. Oh, they have an endurance. I mean, that's fine. We're not gonna get the young wolf back anyway, so this was actually bad on their part. Third Yawgmoth. We will just make the Fury a 1/1. Can I get a land? Nope. Okay, it's fine. I'm not gonna trade here if they swing. That's fine. I will take 2 damage. Land, please. Oh, well, it's kind of like a land. It's actually a really good blocker. So we'll just play out Wall of Roots. We'll play out a Delighted Halfling. This plays into Fury, but we have to play out our board here because we are not drawing lands. And then we have a Chord up, so we can hold up Chord for 1, so we could go for another Mana Dork if our Halfling survives. They took 3. They're gonna draw 4 cards here, which is not good. They're fetching again to thin the deck, but they are taking a lot of damage. If they play another One Ring here, that's gonna be annoying. EE on 1, sure. That means we cannot EE, or we cannot Chord. We can Chord for 0. Yeah. So they're destroying each permanent with mana value 1. They have 6 cards in hand. 1, 2. I think I just have to go for it to try to progress my board more. We need to get land drops, so we're just gonna convoke for 0 here. Get Dried Arbor. Most likely not going to live, but we need to get mana. They might have a Thoughtseize. Okay, drawing more cards, yeah. If they don't have another One Ring, they are going to be taking 4 damage next turn. Fatal Push, maybe. Nope. Black Green, Tarmogoyf probably. Orcish Bowmasters. Okay, that's really bad. I mean, it's not the worst. And we're still not dead, right? 7, and then we'll go to 2. 3, 4, 5, yeah. That's fine. So next turn they're going to be taking 4. Haywire Mite, it's interesting. Ooh. We can actually... Haywire Mite's actually really good here. Okay, so I think we just do... So let me think here. So they're going to be taking 4 damage on their upkeep. 1, 2, 3. So best thing I think to do is to play out the Haywire Mite, play out Blood Artist. And then just pass turn to them. If they do have another One Ring here, then okay, then yes, Blood Artist will not be good, but think if it was Zulaport, it wouldn't really matter that much anyways. They're drawing cards now. Oh, they're doing it to their own One Ring. Oh, wow, okay. Damn. That's fine. So they don't lose life. Is that how that works? No, okay, no, it's not how that works. Nice try, opponent. I was thinking maybe the game would see it and be like, oh, there's no One Ring anymore. There's no burden counters, but no, that's not how that works. That's funny. Run in 6, sure. dealing 1 damage to me. Okay, and then they probably have like a bolt. Third lightning bolt. Ooh, another run in 6. I can't do this. It needs to have a legal target, right? Yeah. Damn. Okay. Well, it was a close game, but we were really stuck on lands anyway. Yeah, alright. Okay, so is there anything I want to change here? I don't think so. No, I think we just run it back. It was just a little bit unfortunate that we didn't get the lands. And I also made a misclick there on my young wolf, which would have mattered. We would have been able to draw a lot more cards. We'll be on the play. Okay, so his hand's a little awkward because we have a black source, and we have a Court of Calling, but I think, and we have our Blood Artist too, but I think we keep. Leyline of the Void, that's fine. We'll just start by fetch shocking because we need the double black. Get that, we'll just play out our halfling, and we hope that it lives. It will live, unless they have Fury. Nope, awesome. Grist here would be excellent. Blooming Marsh is also really good. We'll just hold up Endurance here. Not really, I'm not too worried about the ley line. They want to Thoughtseize us, that's fine. We'll just play out, we'll just run out the Endurance. Target no one. Yield, I mean we have a Court of Calling in hand, so if they want to take Yawgmoth, that's fine. They have a Fatal Push here that's gonna suck. It might be a Delighted Halfling of their own. Ah, Fatal Push. Well, their hand lined up very well against ours, but I think we can draw out of it. Another Halfling is good. So I don't want to hold up Cord for 1 here for anything, because again, I don't really care about Leyline. I don't want to use Haywire Mite on the Leyline. Let me think. I think... So I could play out both the Blood Artist and the Halfling. It kind of plays into Fury, but if they have a Fury, like they have 4 cards in hand. If they have a Fury, like alongside Leyline, Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, I think I'm gonna play out the Blood Artist just because if we don't draw a land next turn, then we can go Cord for Grist, and Grist puts in a lot of work versus these types of decks. So we'll just see. They're gonna go Season and Pyromancer? Yeah. Kind of good for them. Double Visagia. Okay, yeah, that's really good. Hopefully no Fury red card. Nice. We draw a land here, that'd be the best. Awesome. So now we have Yawgmoth. So we will just pass turn to our opponent. No need to do anything here. So now I will go for Yawgmoth instead, because Yawgmoth will generate us more value. See what they do here. They know our card in hand because they Thoughtseized ours. That's fine. We'll take 2. I could have like cord for Yawgmoth block, but I don't want to turn on a Fatal Push. Oh, they have a fetch land anyways. Halfling is fine. So yeah, we're just gonna cord for Yawgmoth here. Worst case scenario, they have a Fatal Push, but then we can just draw with Yawgmoth. Just get Yawgmoth. Terminate. Ugh, God, what a really good hand against us. We'll just take out their... So Blood Artist isn't really gonna net us a win here. Do I care more about Blood Artist? I think I do. I think I'm gonna sack the Halfling first. Another Halfling, okay. I'm gonna sack other Halfling then. Target them. Hey! Blood Artist put in work! Zulaport wouldn't have done that. Save targets, always yield. But do I think... They have 1 card in hand. I think it's more important for us to just draw cards here. Okay. And then that's fine. Alright. Please stop having interaction opponent. Thank you. Yawgmoth and Strangleroot don't really do anything in the face of a ley line, but I'm just gonna get in there. I'm gonna fetch, get just a regular forest, and then play out Yawgmoth and Halfling. It does play into Fury a little bit, but if their last card is Fury plus like land off the top, then we couldn't play around that. Let's see. Sheoldred, okay, yeah, that's really good. Yeah, we need some help here. Wall of Roots is not it. We'll just play that out though. It's gonna be a good blocker. Now we want a Grist. Now there's like also hindsight, like, oh, we should have courted for your Grist there instead of Yawgmoth, but I mean they had 2 cards in hand. One of them was a Terminate, and even if they did, I figured it was better if we just do that instead, because we could just draw cards with Yawgmoth, where with Grist was also susceptible to a bolt there if they just had a bolt in hand. So I don't know. Cord, excellent, thank God. So I think here we're just going to main phase cord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. One, two, three, 4, 6. We'll just sacrifice our Halfling. Yeah. So that way if we draw an Eldritch, we can still sack these 2 things. And so, hoping that they don't have a damage spell, they did not. Hopefully they didn't draw one either, and our Grist can live. The Bolt. Tarmogoyf, that's fine. We can deal with the Tarmogoyf. Come on. Another Grist, it's really good. Yeah, now we can just start creating chump blockers for days. We'll see. We have not milled, so we have 2 Yawgmoths in exile. Our Blood Artist is also in exile. That's fine. We still have Ignoble and Hapatra in the deck. Or not Ignoble, Innkeeper. Tear Asunder, that's fine. We have another one in hand. They want to attack there, that's fine. We will just block. Now this Grist will be out of bolt range, which is nice. I don't want to kill Tarmogoyf here. I don't care about Tarmogoyf. I'll just plus. Strangle Geist, good. Don't want that one. Just play out Yawgmoth here. Kind of sucks that we won't be getting value with Grist Ultimate, but it's fine. We drew a land for turn. I mean, I Grist. I'm always blocking that every day of the week. Thank you. I would be swinging in here with Strangleroot and Yawgmoth, but I don't want to give them Seasoned Pyromancer tokens. Eat land. I'll draw a card. Another land, awesome. Okay, awesome. Get rid of another land. Basically, we're just waiting to draw something at this point. We still have 2 Chords in the deck. We still have all 3 Eldritches in the deck. We have 2 Yawgmoths. We have a lot of good draws at the top. We just milled over a land, so they just drew another land, which is awesome. They're gonna keep swinging. That's fine. I would be swinging in here if they didn't have a ley line. Like if they didn't have a ley line, I just like sack my Strangleroot and Yawgmoth. I don't care. Action. It's a blocker. Please don't be good action off the top. Thank you. Okay, take that. Play out another Wall of Roots. Just pass it back. They're also fetching. It's basically what just comes down to when you have when an opponent has a handful of interaction and lines up well against yours. It just comes down to top deck wars. Hopefully they didn't draw Seasoned Pyromancer. Looks like they did. They did. Ugh. Okay, so they're gonna refill their hand. Discard a land, draw 2 is pretty good. They can't play Fury here though, which is nice. And now our Wall of Roots here is actually going to be a blocker for the Tarmogoyf. So that way we can actually start getting value with our tokens. We can start growing our token army. If they want to waste a bolt on Wall of Roots, I am totally okay with that. Bowmasters, sure. Finish off the Wall of Roots, yep. Now we will fetch within the deck. Please just give us some action. We'll get last fetchable besides Dried Arbor. Action. There we go. Okay. So, what do we want to do here? They have 1 card in the deck, or they have 1 card in their hand that they just drew. So we cannot... We're getting kind of low on life. Let me start off by... Let's see, what's the best thing? Wall of Roots is a good blocker. Strangleroot Geist is not. I think I'm gonna go for the Strangleroot though. I think I'm gonna sack the wall. Just so we have more things to sacrifice if need be. Let's get Yawgmoth. We will plus here. Endurance, okay. Do I want to do this main phase or do I want to wait? I think I want to wait, so we're gonna just pass it back to them. I don't, because they do have an Orcish Bowmaster, so that makes it a little awkward. They drew another land. Hopefully they don't draw Fury. No Fury, thank you. Let's see what they do here. They don't do anything. Well, if they had a Fatal Push, they would have used it, so I think I'm just gonna kill the Bowmaster. Yep. If they have a Bolt, there's no way I could have played around this anyway, because Bowmaster was gonna always trigger if I activated Yawgmoth. Let's see where they're gonna point it, though. If they point it at one of my creatures, it's really bad. They're pointing at my face. Okay. So I actually have to be careful here, because I'm gonna be... Yeah, I need to be careful. Young Wolf. I really need to draw like an Innkeeper. Because I'm going to be going into Bolt range. I think I'm going to... I'm gonna take the risk. So, Ardent Catacombs, man. Mill the top. Please don't be an Innkeeper. Dude, no way. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, this is very not good. Yeah, the ley line was actually very annoying. They drew Riveteer's Charm. Oh, they're doing the exile top 3, sure. They exiled Seasoned Pyromancer, One Ring Shieldred. Okay. We do still have Scavenging Ooze, at least. Oh, so they're not doing Shieldred. That's interesting. That's fine. Their last... Oh wait, no, Shieldred's in exile. They can't play it. Okay. So if that's the case, I'm going to play to my outs here. I'm going to try to draw Scavenging Ooze or a way to find Scavenging Ooze. Force. Force is really good, but it doesn't help us because both our Innkeeper and Prosperous are gone. I will cast this now. I'm just going to exile that. Or choose that, exile this. And now we can actually hold our board here. And then I will target that. Always yield, always yield. Another land, amazing. Really need a Scavenging Ooze here. It's not a scavenging ooze. Um, hmm. Think I have to just play it safe. Milta Patra, that's fine. She's not doing it much here. I'll do one more look. Take out one of the tokens. I guess take out that token. Playing a dangerous game, but okay, that's a really good pickup. Let's do that right now. Now that I have... No, I'm just gonna save. I'm just gonna wait. I was gonna say, now that I have more life, but we're dead to bolt here, but we've tried. We did our best. If we die, we die. They're cracking. They did not. They failed to find. Okay. Thoughtseize. We'll just play out our endurance. I'm not going to target them because I want to keep their graveyard. I will target myself though. The last card is Shieldred. Okay, that's fine. Uh... Huh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So they're dead? Okay, so they did the calculations. Okay, now they're thinking. If they just swung out there, they're dead because we just killed the Shieldred and cracked back. They are on a minute left in the clock. Okay, they are deciding to not do that. What's it gonna be, opponent? Okay, wise decision. We are gonna go down to 1 here. Eldritch, oh my god, yes, thank you! Alright, so we are going to start off by sacrificing a creature. We're going to sacrifice our Strangleroot Geist. We're going to destroy their Shieldred. Always yield. We are going to Eldritch the insect token. We still have Scavenging Ooze, right? Yes, sir! Get Scavenging Ooze. We're just going to start exiling. So we're going to... This is the plan. So we're going to exile 1. Can I do that? Do I have enough mana to do that? No, because I don't have any more fetchables besides Dried Arbor. Because I was thinking we could proliferate, but I think we have to wait on the proliferate. So I think for now we just do this main phase. We'll just take all of their creatures. Blow double green. Exile the Bowmasters. And exile the other Shieldred. We'll pass it back to our opponent. Crazy back and forth game. I'm sure I made a lot of mistakes this game, but sometimes it's how it is. if they activate Den here, it doesn't matter. They have a Terra Sunder? On 2, okay, that's fine. Destroy each non-land permanent with 2. So we just target our own Strangleroot with the Scavenging Ooze. Always yield. They have no cards in hand, so we don't die to anything here. I believe we win. Because we go, they don't have the mana up to do this. So we go, there's 7. Yeah, so we go pay 1 life, sack here. Pay 1 life. Ooh. Plus here. What a messy fucking game. Hit another thing, okay, it's fine. Do that, and then we proliferate. Proliferate. Discarding card. Like that. Let's get in. Wow. GG's. Did not think we were going to win that game. Holy moly. Wow. Alright. Well, that game was, I'm sure, extremely sloppy. The Leyline of the Void just made it extremely awkward to play through anything. Like, we milled. I'm like, Prosperous Innkeeper, come on. And then we milled it. And then so we didn't have an out there. We we're playing so dangerously. But sometimes you just have to play at those low life totals and hope they don't have it. We're able to draw an Eldritch off the top to get the Scavenging Ooze. We were able to get their ring off of the board, which stopped their card advantage. Oh, dodged a lot of bullets there, but hey, we take those. We take those sometimes. All right, that was against Jund with the ring. Pretty good. Think obviously I think Orcish Bowmasters would have been a lot better there instead of the Strangleroot guys because they have the ring, they have the Seasoned Pyromancers. So if we had the more of the Orcish Bowmasters, it would have been really really good. But Grist putting in work to stall us out, able to drop. So Grist able to stall out the Tarmogoyf so we could draw out and find an answer to what we were looking for, and then we were just able to get in with the beatdown. I was kind of scared there because we were at what, like 1, 2, 3 life, and I'm like, we already killed our Blood Artist, we already killed our Innkeeper because we milled it over with Grist, but able to get there with the Scavenging Ooze coming in clutch. Alrighty. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.